Hello everyone, welcome to Chessbrainz weekly practice tournament. This is Chirant. Along with you, we have our coach Rakshit. Yeah. Hi Rakshit.
Hello, Chiran. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, and welcome. We welcome the audience to this high power charged up tournament among our students. So yeah, we'll visit some of the games. I think we have Ahana Batra match against.
Yeah. So Rakshit, along with knight category, we have even rook category tournament today. Yeah. So at the same timings. So when
Okay.
we check number of entries, so number of players taking part in the knight category, we have 9 players, and in
Mhm.
the rook category, we have 11 players. So
All right.
taking part. So directly we'll enter into the game because the game has already started.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So this is the first game. That's played between Duker, he's Amok, and Gaurika. So again, both the players are FIDE rated players, internationally rated players. It will be a great fight between both of them.
Yeah, I do think that's Queen to B3 was the last move played by White, enticing Black to exchange and open the rook file for the White pieces.
So here I think the better option is to go with C4, force White to capture it, and Black will get open file.
Correct.
Okay, it's actually a French defense. In the French defense, they went for advanced variation. E4, E6, D4, D5, E5. So this
Mhm.
is advanced variation. H6, knight f3, queen b6, queen e3. Yeah. She's taking time to think, as this is not the main line. This is somewhat a sidelines. So I think Amok prepared for some sidelines. So that's the reason Gaurika is taking time. Yeah, fine. We'll come back to this game and we'll quickly go through other games.
With versus Ayush.
So Ayush is taking on Suvit.
So I think Queen cross G6.
Yeah. So position as of now, the material is equal,
Mm-hmm.
but Black is having this weakness. Uh,
Backward.
yeah, backward pawn or pawn isolated pawn. We can consider both of it. But now, Rakshit, when you check the game, now it has come to opposite color bishop. So chances of making a draw is high in opposite color bishop endgames.
But yeah, considering that it is a rapid tournament, anything can happen in the last moment.
Yes, yeah, because of some time pressure, there's a chance of making a mistake by any one of the player.
And there can be huge swindles even from losing positions.
Yes. Yeah, still, as of now, it's equal. I think we can come back to this game again. Yes. Okay, this is the game played between Hilen Samura and Jasman Bir. Again, two upcoming talents of Chessbrainz. Okay, who
Mm.
just blundered his rook. He had rook and a knight with him, rook
Mm-hmm.
and extra knight with him, but he just gave up his rook. Yeah, I think that's the reason in rapid games the game can shift immediately.
Exactly. And therefore, nothing stays permanent in rapid games.
Yes. So even though now still Jasmanbir is having a clear advantage of having an extra bishop, but
Mm-hmm.
still we cannot predict. This pawn is called passed pawns in chess, which is not having any blockading from other pawns. So if somehow Alien Samurai managed to push this pawn forward, it may be a great threat for black.
But then, yeah, black squares, for like what Jasmandir must be thinking that if he pushes on black squares, then the bishop can come in handy. I think so. Yeah. pawn to g, pawn to b6, and then what resource do you have against the bishop e d8? That can be a trouble.
Yes. So I think even Alien Samurai will prevent this. Yeah, he is trying to keep this pawn here itself rather than pushing forward. Yeah. Okay. So that's a good technique, I guess. Maybe to shift the queen inside the king's territory. Fine. So as of now, Jasmine is having an advantage. We'll come back to this game.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, we'll just go through knight category. Even we have knight category. Okay. So when we check the standings, already we got a player who won his first game, Atar Agarwal. He's with 2 points, and yeah, rest of them are playing the games. So this is the game played between Gautam and Pranav.
So I think Gautam is, I mean, down a few pawns, but ahead by a rook. So I think his position looks quite easy for him to convert, considering the fact that White has 2 pawns on a single file, which is a big weakness theoretically.
Yeah, so these both the pawns cannot support each other. It requires help of some other pieces always to get a support. And this is actually a very good move. You can see he's trying to capture these 2 pawns.
Correct. So we hope that Gautam, does not mix it all up. And oh my God,
Wow, even Pranav
what?
missed it. but
So
still,
I'm
but still, Rakshit, you can see he cannot capture this, and he cannot move his rook because oh. So in the last move, Rakshit, you can see pawn is coming up.
exactly,
He
yeah, I
cannot
mean,
ignore this as well, and he cannot ignore this as well.
right.
Ooh.
What is going on? Actually, I think there was a pre-move. There was a clear pre-move.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the
so you can see now. Pranav now captured it.
amount of time taken by Pranav was way too less. I mean, yeah, because at 6:20 the last move was played, 6:19 the move was done complete. And I think
Wow, this was a clever move by Gautam. If you capture this, there's a checkmate coming up.
exactly.
Yep. I think till now Pranav was taking time and he was playing, but in this situation he could have just taken 5 or 10 seconds more and he could have find this instead of rook f8.
Well, Pranav is about a minute ahead, almost a minute ahead. He can take some time, to sit back, relax, have some water at least, and just think what to do next.
So now this is checkmate. Yeah. So checkmate is coming up soon. Rook here and rook here. Simple way. But I think black should also be careful about the checks the white can give him.
I just don't see a perpetual. Do we see a perpetual here?
Uh,
Well, yes, well, they can be.
okay, I think this is not a good move. Now there's no
Yeah,
more checks.
he should have stayed. I mean, the theoretically, yeah, White should have stayed on the light squares to give more checks. That would have been much better. But
But
now,
still,
since he has switched colors, like okay, like only on the dark squares, so there will be the black can escape to g6, and then that will be safe. Okay, so I think yeah, White resigned here.
yes. And now, yeah, so we have 4 players with 2 points. That's great. We'll go with the game Mahana versus Sankeet.
That was a game actually. I mean, I really wanted to analyze at the start because yeah, uh, because in the knight category, considering this position, d4. I think he started off with a kind of a Zukertort position. d4, knight f3, and he can switch or transpose it to a London by playing bishop f4, pawn e3. Yeah, it can get transposed into a London. For
Or if he
now,
tries to play e3, then wow.
okay. All right. So
Okay, I think it's not any preparation. He's just trying to play a move in the game.
Random position.
Yes.
Actually, that's the most beautiful aspect of chess. You can surprise your opponent or take him out of his own prep by playing a mixed up line completely.
Yes. Yeah. So if your opponent plays any random lines, just stick on to the basic principles. Yeah. So
Exactly,
then we
controlling.
can play against any openings.
Exactly. So that's how, like in Chessbrainz, we teach our students. Please concentrate on controlling the center, developing the pieces, castling early. As
So now e5 is coming up. I think the best option for black is to go e5 from himself. Okay, this also looks good. Oh, actually, this is the good. This is good move.
actually, knight captures e4 is also coming up as an option. So here the knight on c3 is pinned. So e4 is loose, and yeah, it can be an option. So even if you defend it by the bishop d2, you can simply capture the knight and then capture the pawn on e4. So that gives you an extra pawn. That can be a big resource. Okay.
So now
Still,
knight into e4 is coming up directly. That's it.
actually, yes. If queen captures e4, then yeah, white can lose the rook also in a check, in a double attack.
Yeah. I think as of now, Sankit is having a slight advantage. Okay, he found it. Yeah, very good move, Sankit. Perfect. Yeah, so it was a great play by Sankit. So I think here Sankit is having clear advantage. We'll just come back to this game again. Okay, we got a request from Atar Agarwal as well as Vihan. So let me check if Vihan is playing a game. Yeah, so Vihan is playing a game. Samara is playing against Vihan. Even there is a slight rating difference between both the players. Okay, but as of now, White is having advantage.
Hmm.
So what do you think, Rakshit here?
I mean, White's position is much better because White is aiming at c7, like check and capture the rook. At the same time, the queen of the black, uh, it's on a square which is okay. I mean, bishop c3, and what resource do you have? You have to get back with your queen. So bishop c3 was the move that can really send the queen back away. Even in this situation, I think white still has okay this move, but then king d8.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think White should have just played Bishop d3, somewhat like this.
exactly. I mean, sometimes you just need to sit back, relax, calm and composed, and solidify and consolidate your position and advantage.
No, but even
That's
Rakshit, this move is actually very tempting, right? So it's very tempting for White to play. So that's why she went immediately for that move.
okay. In the moments of chaos, you find resources. So that's bishop f4 for you.
Uh, yeah, so she can try some discovered attacks, but as of now, there is not much. The pawn can just or bishop can just capture. Oh, so she missed here. There's a queen which is supporting the rook.
Actually, yeah. So actually, they are negating all our predictions, and they're playing pretty well. So we can we
Yes.
can we can just say that we can watch these two grandmasters playing their games because their game is very unpredictable. It's fireworks in the game completely, and they are playing really well. It's like
So
attacking opportunities they are finding.
so here actually material is equal. The number of points on the board is equal, but actually we will consider two pieces are stronger than rook and pawn.
Correct.
So these two bishops can trouble white a lot. You can see already one of the bishop is blocking white from castling.
Hmm.
If she manages to bring, oh, this is coming up. Yeah,
Knight,
so even
knight
against it,
b3 is something some kind of a resource here.
there is a pin. We cannot do that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's a pin. Right. That's an overlook from my side. Right.
So wow, okay, okay, it's trying something these kinds of moves. Oh yeah, actually it's a good move. I think Samara can go for this and she can. Okay, she cannot grab the pawns. There's a queen. Wow. Yeah. So now there is no more checks for blacking. So he has to save his. Wow. So you can see, right? So Samara was having an extra knight. I think a few moves back. Suddenly the game got changed.
In a matter of like 10 moves, the entire game changed.
Yes. So that's what happens in rapid games. So that's what, yeah, so the kids should learn to control themselves from playing immediately or fast. So then only they can win these kinds of games.
The good thing is that what in this game supports their development like as a player. Why? Because they are finding resources of attack. If you attack me, I'll counter attack you. You attack me second, I'll counter attack you. That's what the seesaw is going on between players, and that is what makes chess a bit more interesting. So there is move such as queen c8 here. There can be some kind of okay, okay, just don't go king d7. Okay, king e7 is okay. Because at king d7 there was a tactic knight e5 check, and then queen captures queen was the option here. With king d7,
Hmm.
so that was a clear tactic. So
Okay, queen into f2. Yeah, so now this is clear advantage for Vihan. But I'm sure this is going to be a great learning for both the players.
exactly, and see when you begin chess, what keeps you active in the game? What pushes you to like this game a bit more? Because there are attacking opportunities, resources on the board, and they both are finding these. They both are exploring their opportunities on the board, right? So
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure the learning would be for Vihan. Even if you have less number of pieces, we should not give up. And for Samara, if you have more number of pieces, we should be very careful till we win the game. So anything can happen within few moves.
exactly, and like from move number 9 to move number 19, everything changed. Everything changed.
Yes.
And if you just go about the position from move number 9 to move number 19, entire positional balance has changed. Somebody who had more number of pieces now has less number of pieces, and the cumulative learning for both the players is that keep your nerves intact. You must have the nerves of steel if you want to play chess, because anything can happen towards the end. So whatever be the format, it's a game, it's a sport.
Yeah, fine. I think as of now, Vihan is having clear advantage. We'll come back to this game. We got one more request from Athar. Okay, so Athar is playing a game. Yeah. So he's having clear material advantage and his pawns are going forward. Rook
I
a2.
like I like black here, due to this past form. And
So this is a simple way to win the game.
so I think I need to hold my horses with respect to these kids, because anything can happen. One move back there was a pass pawn. After one move there was no pass pawn. But then eventually, yes, because of more number of pieces that black has, he won because of an extra rook.
So I think here Rakshit actually he gave up the pawn to capture this bishop.
Exactly. That now I realize that, okay, but I think you don't want to lose the pawn which can become a queen, right? So, but then eventually, yes, whatever becomes the resource for you to win, that's great. That's always good.
Yeah, so this was a clear game by Athar, and I think he's leading the tournament with 8 points. And yeah, I
Correct.
think within span of 20 minutes he finished three of his games,
Correct.
and he's already into the fourth game. Okay, this is our standings. Athar is leading with 8 points. We have two. We have five players who has scored 2 points. Still, the the fight for second and third place is still active. Yeah. So we can just come back to this knight category again. We'll just go to rook category. So we have Jasmanbir leading the tournament with 5 points. Ashes with the 4 points. Even Mihir is joining, but I think he lost the third game, so he lost his streak.
I think Suvir is playing his third game right now. Must be playing his third game right now. He's on third right now. So I think Suvir Angarash is
I think even Suvir and okay, Asher, every both of them are playing their third game. they can jump to the first place if they win this game.
Exactly.
Okay, so now Rachit, we previously we checked a game between Amok and Gaurika. Still, it's going on from past 20 minutes. The first board, both of them are rated players. Okay, so it's still it can shift to any one side within span of few moves. You can see the timing is also very less for both the players, so chance of making a mistake is more now. But they need
Increases.
to just stick on to their moves. White can just play rook b3 and try to be safe.
Yes, and I think that like as far as this endgame study is concerned, White has a bit of advantage here. Because White has a space advantage. Black's king is like on e7. Pawn has reached on e5. Quite unpredictable position. Anything can happen, sure, but there is this passer of on d5 that Black has. So yeah, really, really unpredictable position. Both of them, I think they both have four pawns on the board. It can be a draw 50-50, or I mean, anybody can win in the time trouble. But considering that there is an improvement, quite this game is going to be quite a study.
If White wants to try, he can try rook g3. Yeah, okay, he went for it.
Correct, and that's a good move. Exactly, h4, h5 comes after that, and the position becomes
Okay, I
right.
think this is not a good move because of the yeah. So if he captures now, there is
Yeah,
a
there will be
rook g7 check.
check and then skewer getting the pawn to
Gaurika
skewer.
missed this. So her easy or better way was to just keep her king there itself, maybe, or just to push the pawn forward, or king c6. Somehow she could have tried that.
But the level of tenacity they are showing over the board, like for the past 20 minutes they are playing and they are not willing to give up at all, shows their reflects their intent that they are here to fight, and they're not giving up easily.
So now I think White is having a clear advantage here,
Exactly.
but this pawn may trick White.
Swindle can happen. Swindles can happen, right? So even in this position, you never know.
Oh, but I think this pawn move is not necessary at that time because now this pawn became yeah it has no support. So White can
Exactly.
just enter here and capture this pawn.
Mhm. Correct.
So even in the I think 3 weeks back again these both players played for 32 minutes for the first game. Same players and that game ended in a draw. Yeah, so even you can check with the ratings. It's quite same we can say. It's quite equal.
They both are here to fight. That they both are actually making the statement on the board that I am not here to give up easily.
Yes, so that's the
Yeah.
reason they have got the rating. So that's the
Yeah.
reason they have got the rating. Yeah, so others can also check these kinds of games and try to play like this. Rather than playing 5 or 10 games, try to play one very good game. Even if we lose the game, we should not give up easily. We have to fight till the end. So this is a clear example for the same. Yeah, so I think King F4 and King G5. Yeah, so this also works. King H4, King G5. Ooh.
Oh, swindles can happen.
But
Right.
Rook D5 and E4. Wow.
Exactly. We can't really predict because in time trouble they have missed a pawn on the e5.
But I think still it's better for white itself. After here, the king will come here, pawn push, king e4, and he can start
Yes,
pushing the pawns.
I think that pawn on h6 and h7 will be very very overpowering on the black. But I think it'll be really really good if any time you play a move like a king f4 followed by rook h3, please like support that pawn and just march forward down the board. That will be great. If you can do that, it will be good. But the point here is that yeah, yeah, king f4, yeah. If you get a check king e4, maybe king e4, and then you put your rook on h3, and then you push. Oh my god.
Okay, I think did she lost the pawn?
I think
Okay,
it's
but she can play a good move here, rook g5.
how good is okay. How good is Rook H3? How good is that possibility?
Oh, I think immediately it's not possible because even black pawn is coming. Okay, yeah, we can try that. She can try that.
I mean, are we? Oh, I mean, I'm going to be devil's advocate. We are not going for a draw. I mean, we don't want to go for a draw. This kind of a game should end in a result. But it seems that it's going to be. If the rooks exchange, there can be a draw. No, 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 no.
This
No, white. Yes,
white will win. If
because
rook exchange, white will win.
exactly because g4 pawn the king cannot take because if it takes then h5 h6 h5 will go to h6 h7 h8. That will be the problem.
But now, Rakshit, when you check, wow, wow, this is actually very good.
Take take the rook, but you get a check, and that will be oh my.
Yes. Yeah, it's a brilliant play by Gaurika. It's a brilliant play.
And if you push the pawn, there is rook h5 from the black side.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great play.
this is some real champion stuff. They're actually fighting tooth and nail against each other.
Yeah, so that's what, yeah. So when the time pressure comes, anything can happen. Yeah, this is a complete draw.
Draw. Happy endings.
Okay,
Nobody.
please find something. Okay,
So
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so yeah, this game is ended in a draw, and this game took 27 minutes to complete the game.
actually, yeah, it's all smiles now. Nobody deserves to lose.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, but even if someone lost their game, they should be happy because they fought for 27 minutes for a single game. Yeah, so we request all the viewers to just type your Kate's username and the category. We'll try to analyze those games. So we got one more request from night category. We'll just go to that one. Okay, Ahana is taking on Samara.
Okay, bishop d3 from white will defend the pawn. Okay, so lesson we should always develop the pieces.
Yes. So after Queen E2, I think Ahana blocked her own bishop.
Correct. So yeah, I mean, no worries. You can still fianchet your own bishop like pawn g3, bishop g2. But then, yeah, it's gonna be take a while. It's gonna be taking a while.
Yeah. So
It's
these are
good.
the additional moves we are giving for our opponents. Knight f3.
I hope like the opponents are not very smart. Like on one screen they're playing the game and the other they're hearing the commentary and watching the live stream and getting the moves.
Yeah. Okay. We hope they are not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now Hannah came to know that her queen was blocking the way. Yeah. Hmm. Wow. I think
You okay, bishop captures knight. That move would have been good if there was no bishop.
yes. So here I think even the previous move, Ahana missed. She could have tried f4 something like this.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. But she could have tried. But queen c5 is coming up. Knight e4. No. But she could have tried f4. Ooh, she played d6. Yes.
I think Anna is clearly winning right now.
Yes.
She just needs to maintain her queen advantage. Just play pawn f3 castle. Just don't let the knight come to g4 and that the black does not have a dark square bishop, so you can play f3 and you can defend your position, hold your position forever. Like, but now the knight has jumped on to g4, queen e2, followed by okay,
Okay. She don't want to play the passive moves. Yeah. She is ready to attack in this position.
correct. It's like maybe we players when we see a little bit of advantage, we become uh, quite passive in our approach, but then that defense that holds everything.
So this is clear advantage for Hana. So that's the reason in the starting or in any position we should try to play as low as possible.
Exactly.
So fine. This is a clear advantage for Hana. So we have Vihan leading the tournament with 8 points. Atav lost his last game, so he was leading the tournament. When we checked previously, there was 6 points difference between first place and the second place, and Atav was leading the tournament, but suddenly I think Vihan won the game against Atav, so he came up. Yeah, so I think we can go through the games. Okay, Atav is taking on Pranav. Okay, Atav just got one extra pawn. I think
I think
F3
there is
can be
pawn
played.
f3, there's pawn f3 and the rook is hanging. But no, knight f6, knight f6, knight f6 is cool. It just holds the rook. But then I think c6 pawn is unprotected, undefended. But then knight c6, rook c8.
Oh, missed it. Missed by
No,
Atav.
but then knight d4. Okay, no, knight rook captures bishop. No, no, no. It's not doing any good for it.
Also, there is a way actually here. Even Pranav missed it.
Ooh, there can be pawn b3, like the Bobby Fischer kind of a trap.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
so we'll consider these kinds of pawns as a poison pawn. Poison pawn.
Exactly.
We cannot take these kinds of pawns because we'll be losing our pieces.
It's like the 1970 Boris Spassky versus Fischer Reykjavik World Championship match.
Oh, now this knight cannot be protected if he moves his bishop. So rook d7 should be played here. Okay, this game is becoming India. Okay, he pawned that other. That's good. But now knight f6, something like this. Yeah, knight f6. Wow. Oh.
Bishop captures rook.
Okay,
Realize that. Okay, I think now white is doing very good. Actually, very good.
yes.
You know, black bishop is like it can be potentially trapped, and there is no defense. And plus, I mean, the black's rook is also not aiming at anything, but a bunch of pawns which are defended, heavily defended.
So here, I think he could have taken the knight first. He could have taken the bishop, then the knight.
Yeah,
Or the better way is to play knight f6, where there is no option for white to defend this bishop.
correct.
Okay, so this is an interesting move. Yeah. So just rook g7.
Okay. I think instead of this, I think rook d5's look. No. Rook d5 is not safe. Bishop.
Oh,
Okay.
there is a bishop. Yeah, so rook
They
g7
can
and rook g5.
they can get trapped. Yes.
Very simple way to put it.
Rook g7 check capture the pawn. That's okay. That's the best way to go for it.
You can see here actually there is one more very good variation. For king f8, there is a move called bishop d6 check. King captures the rook captures the rook.
Yeah. I think yeah. First you trade of a rook, then you get the knight also. Okay. Now
So the reason we are doing this because to exchange some pieces. As white is having extra pieces, he can just exchange few pieces by playing bishop d6.
correct.
I think Ataru can go for g5 maybe. We'll go for g5.
But I think then the black would also consider knight d7. But then rook captures g5, rook captures f5. I think everything is
Oh, he
safe.
played that.
He went for some fireworks basically over the board. King captures rook captures rook, and then the knight is hanging. Your bishop is not in the correct spot. It can be trapped at any point of time. So, oh, black's position looks a bit sad.
And Rashid, even this knight is having no squares to move except this a4 square. All the squares is somewhat like a trapped one. Knight b7 will come up with rook e7 check.
Correct.
So knight a4 is the only move. Wow, Pranav missed it.
I think rook d7 check and capture the knight. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
He didn't waste even a single second to do that.
Yeah.
He just went for it immediately.
I think yeah. White is completely winning this. There is no way that the white can lose this position.
Yeah, he's having ample time to play the game as well.
Exactly.
So fine. This is clearly winning for Arthur. Still we have Bihan in the top. We'll just go through the category. Okay, the standings has changed. Asher and Subir is at the top.
I think Suvir has also won every single game he has played so far. Quite a clean record.
Yeah, Asher and Subir, yeah, both have them on the same number of games. We'll just go through the games. Okay, Keith is playing against Suvit. Keith is actually, his name is Keshav. He is also a rated player. He's also a rated player. He's nearly 1200 rated player. And Suvit, I'm sure he's going to get the rating soon because he's a very talented kid who is performing very well in recent tournaments.
So I think there is the threat from Black. I think Black should have played knight e2 check and get the rook. Okay. There was this exchange. There was a trade first. Okay, now actually the threat looms large here.
Yes,
Okay,
this trade is good.
knight. I think knight e4, rook e1. That was a danger. Knight f6. That line was very okayish. That was fine. So
I think white, there's the only way because now rook e2 is coming up.
yeah, and then Black also has a passer pawn, which can be a danger in the end game.
Oh, this move. Did he miss this?
No, but at the same time that it's complicated. I mean, the knight is also hanging.
Yeah, but after this. Oh, Suvit missed it. So I
And even
hope he sees this move now.
I think now even White will see this move.
Oh yeah, so rook e1 is the only option here. Except that everything is going to be slight advantage for black. Okay, this is an interesting move. Okay, this looks good.
Okay,
94.
knight e4. There is rook e1. Threats actually are there. Then I mean, what option do we have? We have to go for knight f6. Okay, rook. This move looks good actually over the board. It looks pleasant to the eyes.
94 cannot be played because king f3 is coming up.
I think after knight e4, king f3, there is I think a resource called as pawn d3. What about that? After that, what will happen?
Oh wow, yes.
Let's consider this line also. No? Pawn d3. There's rook d1 attacking the pawn.
Rook f2 checkmate. Oh sorry, it's not a checkmate, right? So there is a knight which is hanging.
Exactly. I mean, this kind of a resource that like we can work upon. So the game will become the game will get a bit more spicier
Hmm.
than the normal.
Yeah, so I think again they're taking time to play the game. That's good. But at the starting they have played quite fast. Now they're consuming their time. We'll just come back. Yeah, we got one more request from Asher. We'll just go through his games. I'm not sure he's okay. He's playing again. Asher is playing against Sign.
Okay, and Asher is completely winning this position,
He's having one complete extra knight.
which could have been trapped. One move back, pawn to g4.
Yeah, but there is a slight counter play actually. G5.
Yes, I don't deny this, but bishop g3, knight f4, bishop captures, pawn captures, queen captures. I think
Yeah, bishop g3, knight g3. Yeah. Now knight g7 can be played after g5.
yes.
But I think Asher can try that because he's having an extra piece. After taking this bishop, rook g8, he could have explored, but he just went for some safe moves. Wow, knight e5. Yeah, so you can see. Yes. So these are all
This
very good moves.
this is a game to look out for. I mean, this game is actually very interesting. No,
Yeah. So you can see the knight looks passive. Suddenly it got shifted to very strong square.
got an outpost actually, almost of an outpost. Yes.
There is no way to disturb this knight. It's sitting in a light square, and white is having a dark square bishop.
Correct.
So Asher is doing great, and I think he can win this game easily. But still, Sain is not going to give up. He's trying to play to that. But you can see the game, right? So Azure is in first place, and I think Sain is in 15th place. There is a slight difference in the placing as well, as of now. Even in the rating, it's nearly 150 points different between both the players.
And Asher's game looks a bit, solid, mature because he's taking time. He's not hurrying at all. He's on 414 and his opponent is on 519, but he's not even concerned. He says that he has an increment. Plus, he has a good position. Why should he mix it all up? So he's taking his own personal proper time. Yeah,
Okay, so now is this move coming up? Queen h6, king
I think
g8,
King G8 will stop all counterplay.
g4.
Ooh.
When the knight moves, bishop into f6. Okay, missed it. There was slight counterplay, but it's still not much effective because the queen and rook can enter the game very easily.
But then, let's say if Queen could have entered Queen at six, then what about a very already? I mean, the rook is not well placed on D8. It's not doing anything. Rook H8.
Yes, this looks good. Yeah. So rook h8, but after g4, the knight is coming to g7, so everything is fine.
Yeah, it holds everything actually. Plus, actually, yeah, you can at some point of time you can also reroute your knight to on a good squares also. So I think my plan would have been knight goes to G7, goes going to E8, going to D6. I mean, this knight can have a future, after going here.
Okay, now you can see his technique to play g4. When the knight moves, queen into f6, something coming up, but still it's not much effective for black. He can continue this game, but it's look quite dangerous when the queen enters the king side.
Correct. He just needs to hold his dark squares.
Now g4 is coming up.
Okay, this game is going to be very interesting.
But
Very
Rakshit, when you
interesting.
check this, after g4, oh, he played this. Knight g7, there is a very good move, bishop into f6, instead of a queen. Yeah, so we have to wait. We have to wait till this game ends. Yeah, we'll just quickly go through other games.
I think even after okay,
Okay, sorry, yeah. So we'll just okay go to the same game.
yeah, I mean even in this, yeah, pawn G4, knight G7, bishop cross F6. There is to hold this position. I think rook F8, but then yeah, there can be a lot of counterplay. If
But
rook
there is a
F8,
yeah, there is one more way, Rakshit. They can try g5.
yeah, exchange pieces. Yeah, that's actually clean.
King can go and stay here. King d6. It's completely safe.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can see
Yeah,
pressure in this. Okay, I think he
very
calculated the entire
very
game.
less than 237 versus wow. I think I mean white is not. It's quite unpredictable. I mean we can't really predict for the students, but I think black should not throw away this game.
Yes. So I think the only way for white to continue is to capture this d8 rook.
But then that will actually neutralize or liquidate everything. Yeah, I think he's planning on bishop f6. Wow, he's
Bishop.
planning on bishop f6. Rook, okay, rook d7 is here.
So the main reason is Rakshit. In the previous position, anyway, white is having one less piece already.
Yeah, exactly.
So he could have tried this and tried to enter this rook because he'll be having two rooks and there is a lot of open files in the game. So when
Correct.
there are open files, then it's clear advantage for the players who is having two rooks. Not we cannot say clear advantage, but the rooks can move very freely in the open files.
Right, Lisa.
Yeah. So it's a classic game by Asher. Yeah. So he's playing very well. Fine. I think Asher is doing great here. We'll just go through the games. Okay. Now we have Suvir who is leading the tournament. Yeah. think yes, we can go through any one of the game. Okay. Srivatsan is taking on Amok. Okay, there is a large difference between the rating.
Okay, now white can actually create a passer, but then no, but then bishop is actually
Oh, but white is oh, he missed it. Yeah, so he played very quickly this one. So you can see, even though Duker is a high rated player, he's taking his time to play the game.
actually a higher rated or a person who's more experienced will never throw away the position that he has on the board.
So in this position, I think the easiest way to continue the game was, instead of this move, white can try knight h4.
Correct.
Now, yeah, so he won this game easily. Okay, we have 17 players now. That's good. We'll just quickly go through knight category. Still Vihan is leading the tournament. Okay, now I think Atav joined, but you can see the number of games that are played between Vihan and Atav is quite large. Vihan has
Correct.
just played 4 games and he won all the games. Atav has played 7 games. He won 5 out of it. So we can just go through the games. Samara is taking on Vihan. Oh, so black is having a large advantage here.
Are they planning for queen to d2? Goes to f3. Okay, wait. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So Vihan is
I
having a
think
clear plan.
he's looking towards d2, queen d2. Yeah,
His plan is very clear.
and
Now
queen captures f4 pawn.
King e2, rook d2. Yeah, it's, I think, checkmating 3 or 4 moves.
Perfect. And now even here, rook. Yeah, rook
Checkmating
works
2
like
moves.
exactly. Yeah, rook h2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bishop g5 checkmate. Okay. Okay, it was a nice checkmate. Nice.
Correct.
So still Vihan is leading the tournament with 16 points. Okay, we'll just go through the games between Gautam and Ahana. Oh, okay, this is an interesting position. So in the move 18th, actually, so white has asked for a draw. Move 18th, but black declined it. But now Rakshit rook f1. Still,
Correct.
it's a complete miss by Gautam. Rook f1. Okay. Hope she finds this move. Oh, yeah, she missed it completely. Yeah, so king h2 will solve all the problem. Or even Gautam can try to give up his pawn and bring up his bishop out to save the game. Okay, okay, played that. Okay, that's good to see. Okay, now Rakshit, now these knight category players are in last 10 minutes of the game. So now we can see
Exactly.
some rapid moves between both players.
Because they both are anxious, they want to win the tournament.
So now, Rakshit, so earlier actually Gautam gave up his queen. Now Ahana gave up her queen. I think it was missed completely.
But I think they can still be swindles, little swindles. Queen captures rook, then rook captures bishop. You never know. They can. I mean,
There's a check.
it's, yeah, of course. After queen captures rook, Queen captures queen, there's a check. Right.
They can try something like this. Ooh. Knight captures bishop and knight captures the queen.
Exactly.
Well, this is a clear advantage for white here. A simple way to continue. So this capture. So this is clear advantage for Gautam. Okay, now yeah. So now we are in last 9 minutes, 8.5 minutes. So we can see number of games getting complete very soon. Yeah. So just within few minutes they are trying to complete the game, and we can see number of draws also will be increased in last 10 minutes. So all the players try to get more points in last 10 minutes. So they'll try to make a great draw.
I think Vihan will end up as a winner of the night category.
But actually now Vihan is taking on Athav. Athav is in second place.
Right.
So still there's a chance of getting
I think the point difference is too much between them. 16 and 8, I think.
16 and 14, just 2 points.
16 and 14, okay.
Okay, but I think Vihan got this game easily. At least he will get a draw from this game.
Correct. So I think, uh, I don't think this game will finish well in time, in 7 minutes and 25 seconds.
Maybe, yeah. So maybe.
And through this thing, there is a possibility that, Wuhan, I think Wuhan is also doing well in the match. He's also doing well in the match.
So one more thing to check here is Vihan is nearly 130 points less than Athav in his ratings.
Exactly.
So that's what we usually check. Yeah, means we usually consider rating doesn't matter in chess. If it's their day or if their games, they can win the game easily against the top rated players.
Correct. I think he should have tried, instead of knight coming to d5, he should have tried queen d3, allowed him to capture the knight, and maybe there's a checkmate possibility. Queen d3, queen e3, sorry, queen e3.
Oh yeah,
And if queen captures knight, you can really trick the opponent and give a checkmate. That
that's
can be a
actually an
possibility.
interesting idea.
Yeah.
So even so just confuse his opponent, he can even try queen g5.
Hmm. Yes, that's even more convincing of a story.
Okay, we'll just see the game how it went. Okay, now Vihan, both the players are taking the time. Oh,
Oh, no.
Vihan missed in the last minute.
Okay.
Yes, so as we discussed in the last 10 minutes, there's a chance of ending the game very quickly, as well as number of mistakes can be more in last 10 minutes.
But now technically Vihan just needs to stretch the game for more than 5 minutes and 37 seconds. If he does that,
Yeah, so yeah, these kids are very smart actually. Yeah, so they know all these techniques.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I might lose the game, but I won't lose the tournament. So it's kind of a thing.
Maybe yes, he could have just waited. Yeah, he can easily drag for 5 minutes, even by playing regular moves. By playing
Exactly,
regular
and,
moves.
and and even by just playing a few pawns on the A file or B file or C file, a bit of that combined with the other maneuvers, quite easily this game can drag beyond 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Right?
So I think now Atar will try to make some quick moves. Hope he doesn't make any mistakes.
At the same time, but on the contrary, Athar is taking time now.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
wait.
safe move. Okay, I think Vihan is playing quite fast. He don't want to do those things. He wants to play king, so that's good to see.
Quite possible he wants to make a position a bit more, Uh, okay,
Atar,
okay, okay,
yes.
okay.
Okay.
Rehan will be like, thank you very much. I accept that piece. Okay.
Okay, sometimes we should not be generous to our opponents, I guess, by giving up some pieces.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So I think rook e2 is a precise move to save the pawns. I think if you want to be very defensive, I think. But your move, yeah, rook e7 forces. If they take a pawn, you force a checkmate basically. Queen f7 and then queen g7.
Okay, it's a clever move. Ooh.
Hey,
So Vihan won the game.
very
Now,
very good, Vihan. You're not doing bad at all. You're playing really well. I think you will see this thing. Yeah, he saw that. Okay.
so you can see Athar was having a extra piece. Now he's root down.
Now Athar will be hoping that please, beyond 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I don't want to lose a second place spot at least.
Yeah, we'll just go through the standings now. Oh yes, there's it. So even if Pranav wins, he's going to stay in the third place itself.
Okay, so I right. Pranav is not playing right now.
I
Pranav is
think
having Gotham, right?
he's playing a game. It's in the just opening phase. So here,
Okay.
Rakshit, the tiebreaker will be number of games played. So here, even if the Pranav wins the game, he will be playing.
Mhm.
He played more number of games than Athar. So Athar
So
will stay in
actually,
second
actually,
place.
it's about the percentage of win, right? So percentage of win count. So basically, the less number of games you play, the more percentage is actually. So if you have to get the comparison, 4 out of 5 versus like 3 out of 4. So 3 out of 4 becomes 75%. 4 out of 5 is 80%. So 80% one wins. That is a case here. Percentage of win matters a lot here.
So even instead of percentage of win, because some players may even draw the game, right? So that's the reason they will consider number of games played. If both the players are have did have the same. Okay, so he gave up the rook. Vihan gave up his rook.
I think this is going to be draw. No,
Oh,
no draw. No draw.
if played, yeah, it's a draw. They're going to draw.
Repeat the positions. Yes, that will be okay. Because otherwise, this pass pawn of a4 looks not so good. I mean, for black. a5.
Okay, yeah. So this I think the game is going to end after
a6.
after 8:30, I guess.
Exactly. You never know. a7.
Okay, he's
a7.
trying something like this, maybe.
Okay, that'll be great. That'll be if that
So
happens.
Vihan, yeah, we can see with his game itself, he's not going to fall for
I
those clever
think,
tricks.
I think just go. White should just go back and relax at queen f3 and then a7. a8 looks good. So queen f3, white.
Yeah. So yeah. So is there consuming time? This game is not going to consider. Yeah, we'll just stay in the standings itself because it's last 40 seconds. So yeah, there is 30 seconds. We'll just quickly go through the rook category standings and we'll come back. Okay, Suvir is leading the tournament with 16 points, Asher with 12, Ayus with 10, Gaurika with 9 points.
But I think we have a match between two top players, Suvir versus Azure. Let's watch that game.
Yes. Yeah, we'll come back to this game. We are in just last 10 seconds. We'll just wait here. 2, 1. Okay. So they will continue that game, but it will not be considered for the tournament. Vihan versus Sadhav. Yeah. So now we have the winners. Vihan is in first place with 100% win rate, and Atav is in second place with 75% win rate, and Pranav is in third place with 63% win rate.
Correct. So win percentage, like, is a lot to consider. Even if you play less games, you win. We like you played 3 games, but then you win 100%. Quite possible. But Yeah. Also, then those 3 games should account for 6 points, and 6 points should be the most. So that is the second criteria also numerically. So
Yes. Yeah,
correct.
you can easily check Vihan. We can take it as a Vihan an example. You can see he played only 5 games and he finished in
The
first place.
main thing is that he has 16 points,
Oh
and then
yes,
16 points they account for the most points. Plus win percentage is not like more than win percentage. His points are the most. That is a point to be considered.
yes. So what he thought was quality of the game rather than playing number of games. So
Exactly.
he played all his 5 games and he maintained his quality. But some players tried differently. So they try to play more number of games to score more points. But
So
it's yeah.
even if somebody is playing 6 like even if somebody is playing 3 games like 2 2 2 6 points, those 6 points should account for the most number of points numerically. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so I congratulate all the winners, not only the top three, to all the participants who took part in today's tournament. And yeah, so you can just go through your games. The coach will help you to find your mistakes as well as your good moves. So come back stronger in the next week and play better. Yeah.
I wish all the participants, all the students, I mean, over the very best, for the next tournament. And we have winners and we have learners. We don't have losers in our dictionary. We have learners. So it's this win or this loss is a feedback that you are either performing good or bad, or you should improve or not. So this take it as a feedback, students,
Yeah,
and best of luck for the next one.
yeah, well said, Rakshit. Yeah. So we have winners and learners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we'll stick on to rook category. Okay, we'll just go through the first game because this game matters for first place now. So whoever wins this game will be staying in the first, maybe. Okay, it's an interesting position. Suvir is having a knight, and in return, Asher is having 2 pawns.
On D3, black. On D3.
Oh, I can just capture it. There's a queen.
But rook captures, but then rook, no, no, but then rook, okay, yeah. White can capture using the pawn, then rook captures bishop. So that's a point to be considered. And white cannot capture. There was a knight before on the e5. The white could not have captured using the queen. Pawn d3 should have been played, technically.
Yes, d3 looks good. But bishop here,
Bishop here, yes.
bishop 3 c3. Then somewhat rook into c2. Yeah, rook into c2 is coming up.
Pawn d3 looks very strong, actually.
Rook into c2. Yeah, so literally this bishop is having no square to move except this square.
Rook captures e4, then rook on e8. Okay, and they heard me. I think now there is rook h4. You have a bishop that is eyeing the h2.
Oh, he missed it. Wow.
This position has something. This position has something. I don't. I'm so not convinced that this is so. This is it. No, something must be there here.
Yeah, I guess something queen here, maybe.
I think no. Yeah. That's the move. Yes, queen e5. Exactly.
Queen. There's a checkmate coming up here.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
Queen e5. I think so. He's taking the time to find the move. Yeah, I think he has a capacity to find this move.
yeah.
Okay, so this
Okay.
yeah, it's quite
Okay.
strong.
That is still okay. That
But
still works.
actually, this is not going to work. Rakshit, g3 is coming up.
Yeah. But
Earlier,
then after, but then after g3, there is some trickery with knight to e5. You take my queen. Okay, but then I lose a piece. Oh.
Rakshit, for queen e5, g3 is coming up,
But
but
then
the knight
let's
can just
protect
come
the
back.
rook. Yeah, it's protecting the rook also. Yeah, that's the difference.
Oh, yes.
G3.
Okay, found that. So now actually now he is going to lose his rook. Or okay, he should come back. Queen g4, f3 is coming up. So queen e7 is the only move.
Then Black will lose the knight.
So this move is coming up. Okay, then yeah. So you can for queen g4, the pawn is coming up. So I think the only option for black is to come back.
Hmm. So Black may have to give up his advantage.
Or if he wants to make this as a complicated position, black can try knight e5.
Yeah, but then okay, knight captures queen, pawn captures queen first, knight captures queen later. But then you still lose a piece. There is no defense for that. Yeah, you get a pawn as a compensation. Okay,
To just complicate a position, okay, he found that. To just because
exactly.
he's anyway losing his piece.
Yeah.
So now I think the only option for white is to yeah. So that's the only option for white. So now this pawn also cannot be saved. Rook h4, rook h2.
Correct. I think this game black is better, more active. I won't say better outrightly, but more active than the white pieces.
Yeah.
And black has the initiative here.
Again, they have very less time to finish the tournament. Means to finish the game. They have to finish it within 2.5 minutes. I think that's not possible.
Hmm.
So just
So
to
I think Suvir will play relaxed.
yes. Yeah. So okay, now Gaurika entered with 13 points, but I think she's playing. She has started a new game. If it ends within 2 minutes, she can come in top one. Oh, so it's a good.
Pawn g3, knight h5.
Yeah, so I think it's clear advantage. Means he's having some advantage for black now. So g3, knight h5, and give up his knight. Or Rakshit, I think white can go. Wow, why did she miss?
Checkmate. Okay.
Oh,
How many points is she on now, Gaurika?
she's in second place with 13 points. She was in second
Okay.
place. So here
Yeah,
white.
she.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Second.
Rakshit.
Just confirming with you. Okay. Pawn
f4,
f5.
f4.
F4 was good.
Pawn
But pawn
captures the knight into f3.
exactly that would have saved. I would have saved the h2.
Yeah, again, I think the time affected her, I guess. The tournament time. Okay, see, Suvir won that game. Wow. Okay,
And
just
actually, Soviet, who was on eighth after winning that game, has now come on fifth. 3 places like he has jumped
yeah, just
after after the checkmate.
oh, oh, it was a nice one. Bishop g3.
Okay, the idea is rook to h1 after bishop cross bishop rook h1 and then get the skewer. Okay, perfecto, nice.
So that's what happened in the game. I think the king should have played to g1.
Mhm. Correct.
Okay, yeah, we are in last 30 seconds of the tournament. We'll just stay in the standing itself.
I think how much time like Suvir's opponent had at that point of time? He must have had more than 2 or 3 minutes, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, he
they,
had nearly 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes.
they should have been like Hikaru Nakamura that even before being checkmated, like wait for at least 6 more minutes.
But still, if he had waited also, he will be still in the third place itself.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Okay, so we are waiting for the standings. Yes. Now we have the winners. Suvir is in the first place with 100% win rate. Okay, that's good to see. And Gaurika is in the second place with 67% win rate. And Asher Zo is in the third place with 80% win rate. Yeah. So
And
which
now
ended?
and now
Yeah.
and now even though Asher Zo has more percentage of wins than Gorika, but Gorika has numerically more points, and that's why she has been placed second.
Yes. So number of the first tiebreak always will be number of points. If it's equal, then they will consider number of games.
Correct.
So we congratulate all the winners and all the participants who took part in today's tournament, and come back stronger in the next week and play better.
So I think that the players have done their bit, and Suvir, congratulations to you, and also to Asher and Gaurika, and to all the other players who aspire to become great chess players in the near future. You just need to keep working hard on the games.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, Surakshit, it was a wonderful time with you, and yeah. So it was a nice games by players as well.
A nice cozy evening of good chess played, is much better than a brewing hot cup of coffee. It's just a speech. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So that's all for today. We will be signing off. We all will meet again in the next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, all of you.